I've always been a fan of the Nintendo Entertainment System. I remember showing off at how easily I could get through Super Mario Bros. Or beat Contra without the Konami code. Those games seem so easy. But there are several NES games that I typically avoid because the difficulty keeps me from enjoying them. So I thought it was about time to revisit some of those too hard games by way of some easy hacks I found on romhacking.net, starting with The Adventures of Bayou Billy. I remember renting this one back in the day because it looked like a fun beat-em-up. It was also by Konami, and so far their games had been great. Contra, Super C, Castlevania, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you count their Shadow Company Ultra. After I got it home, I realized I had been bamboozled. This game was crushingly difficult. All those stages I saw in the magazines, I would never see them because I couldn't even get past the first stage. These guys seemed to take so many punches, it was ridiculous. And then once you do beat these guys up, you have to fight alligators? What? Are they on the bad guys' payroll too? Needless to say, I was disappointed that what looked like a fun game was ruined by the difficulty. Later I learned that the original Japanese version of the game is fun and quite playable without the difficulty. Also found out that Konami intentionally made the US version harder to thwart rentals. You know, the irony is I might have actually bought this game if it was easier and playable. The easy hack I'm using is called The Adventures of Bayou Billy Round and Stage Select by DVD Translations. This hack essentially gives you the ability to choose whatever stage you want right from the menu screen. Just press left or right for the stage you want. You also get infinite continues. Now, I don't think this actually makes the game itself any easier, but at least now I can see the stages I never would have been able to reach otherwise. If you truly want a better Bayou Billy experience, play the original Japanese version called Mad City. Next, let's talk about Batman.
I'm Batman.
Quiet, you. Sunsoft delivered a pretty incredible game that has about 40% to do with the movie. I mean, it looks like the movie, but several of the enemies are new. I sure as heck don't remember these spike droids and landmines. And why is Batman throwing so many batarangs? I mean, yeah, sure, there were some in the movie, but he did mostly punching. Anyway, every so often I'll play this one because the graphics, music, and sounds are great. But then that dang difficulty kicks in and I start to get frustrated with it. I mean, I guess I could get good by practicing for, 2 or 3 months, but I just want a quick and fun experience here. So enter the Batman Easy Hack by Hero1112. Some of the things he did to fix the game was to make the bosses easier, allow for alternate shortcuts, removed many of the traps, and added some extra platforms. Also, the enemies have reduced health, and you get more ammo and health from power-ups. I find this to be a welcome change and makes the game much more enjoyable. Now I have a hate relationship with our next game. I hate this game and this game hates me. It's Ghosts and Goblins, and it's one of those games that actually makes me angry. I really want to like it because of the style of gameplay, the graphics, the music, the sound, and the setting. It's pretty cool to play as King Arthur fighting monsters. But the game is just too hard for the average player, and believe me, I'm pretty dang average. Capcom apparently likes that the game is hard because they didn't make the 16-bit versions any easier. Everywhere you look, there's something shooting at you or attacking you. At least you can get hit twice before you die, but then you have to start back at your last checkpoint again. There are several weapons in the game, but the only good one is the knife. If you somehow get the wrong weapon, you'll find the game much harder. Oh, and you have to beat it twice to actually win. No thanks. I'd rather not smash my NES controller over this. The hack I'm using is called Ghosts and Goblins Easy and Very Easy by Chronix. Yes, there are 2 hacks here, but I'm just going to go straight to the very easy one. This one gives you the knife by default. Some enemies have fewer hit points. You can choose your weapon by pressing select. You can enter the final boss stage with any weapon. And finally, you don't have to beat it twice. Now the game's actually kind of fun. It's still hard, but starting with a knife is a huge benefit. Plus, I can try out some of the other weapons and see if they're as bad as people say. Let's see how far I can get in this game now. Next up is one of the most legendarily... is that a word? Legendarily? Difficult games for the NES, Ninja Gaiden. When this came out, I thought, wow, they ported the arcade game? But I was really disappointed. It wasn't anything like the arcade beat-em-up, but it was its own thing. I guess that the Nintendo didn't have the muscle to do the arcade game, so Tecmo compromised. Hey, the first stage kinda looks like the arcade. Anyway, it didn't take long to realize how hard this game was. I think I maybe got past the first or second stage, and then I just got swarmed by enemies. I once again wished this was more like the arcade game and just generally avoided it. So the hack I'm going to try is called Ninja Gaiden Stage and Difficulty Select, again by DVD Translations. Obviously, a stage select makes it possible to get to stages you otherwise might never see. Just press left or right on the title screen. This means not having to replay stages 6-1 and 6-2 if you are defeated on stage 6-3. All you have to do is just skip back to stage 6-3. As for the difficulty select part of the hack's name, I don't see where the gameplay is any easier. But hey, just being able to start on a stage I've never seen is awesome anyway. Okay, now how about a little Silver Surfer action? I admit I've never played this, but I watched AVGN's video about how hard it is, and I also watched his buddy Bootsy beat it with relative ease. So I'm not sure if this is hard or not. I like shooter games. Let's try it out. What the heck? Ugh. Dang it. This game is so freaking hard. There are too many enemies, too many bullets, and too many ground areas that will kill you. And the last straw, you have to start over the stage when you die. I hope there's some checkpoints up ahead, but I don't think I could ever get to one. So the hack I'm trying is called Silver Surfer Super Cheats by Dougie F. This apparently removes most ground collisions, has auto fire by holding A, the surfer's death screen is gone, and it gives you 8 more lives instead of 5. Also, he accidentally introduced a glitch that could add a life when you die, making it even easier. However, it appears you still have to start the stage over when you die, and there's still the same number of enemies. While it's nice to have these extra lives and changes, it's still pretty dang hard. Maybe allowing for multiple hits or not having to start a stage over when you die could make it even better. Our next game is not one that I've played much either, and probably not one of the hardest ever, but it's certainly pretty tough. It's the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the NES. Now, I had always given this game some slack because I thought the NES game was a port from the Atari ST and Amiga computer games. But Wikipedia says the NES game first, so boo to the developers on this one. The premise doesn't seem all that bad. Navigate the turtles around the city to save April and find the Life Transformer to help Splinter return to human form. You can play as all 4 turtles, but the favorite is Donatello because he's very overpowered. As a game, it's not really all that hard, except for maybe the water stages, but it's completing the game that is the hard part because there is no save feature. The hack we're going to try is called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Return to New York by Guitar Palouse. This hack gives the turtles slightly different abilities, altering their health, speed, defense, jumping, and attacks. They can now be swapped instantly by pressing up and start, and they each look more distinctive. The level design has been slightly altered to accommodate easier jumping, but the kicker is, there's finally a save feature. You have to get to the new world map, but hey, that's better than having to play through the whole game. There are other hacks that add a save feature like the Cowabunga edition, but this one adds so much more. So in closing, what do you think of these hacks? Are the games too easy now? Do they lack challenge? Or do they not go far enough? Maybe you know of some better hacks that you'd like for me to try. If so, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye everybody.